rather chilly weekend, it looks like there's some warmer weather on the way. I'll have all the details and the full national forecast a little later in the programme. And while it is warming up for some this week, for others there are warnings for snow and ice. I'll have more on that and the full forecast in just a few minutes.
The full forecast, Joe. When's it going to warm up?
Oh, it will be getting warmer. Yes, many congratulations to Alex and family. We're all really thrilled for them. Half term, of course, this week. We'll want to get out and about over the next few days, and there's a real change in the weather for all of us across the UK as we head through this week. Things are turning a good deal milder. It's felt very cold so far in February. Temperatures by day have struggled to exceed 4 or 5 degrees. Now, average for the time of year is around 8 or 9. So it's no great shakes. And we're used to cold weather at this time of year, of course, but things are really changing as we head through this week. Temperatures will be on the up significantly as well. Before that, however, as you can see, we have a weather warning in place for tonight. Wintry sting in the tail. As we head through tonight, rain and sleet will be moving in, and we'll eventually see some snow up on higher ground in parts of Scotland, perhaps northern England as well, through the early hours of tomorrow morning, extending up to around lunchtime tomorrow. So that warning is a yellow warning in place from 3 a.m. We could see perhaps around 5 centimetres of snow above 200 metres in the Scottish hills, but it'll be very icy for northern England and Scotland through the first part of tomorrow. Something to bear in mind if you're travelling. After that, a real shift in the weather. Of course, over the last few weeks, we've had that continental pull of very cold air from Europe, and there's a real change from midweek onwards. Things turn more Atlantic. That means it's going to be a good deal milder. Over the next few days, certainly from Wednesday, Thursday, you'll notice a real shift in temperatures upwards, potentially to around 15 or 16 Celsius in the south of the country by the end of the working week. It's not going to be sunshine, however, for all of us. Things are turning very unsettled. We're going to see fronts packing in from the west as we head through the next few days, and winds will pep up. So wet and windy conditions to end this week. But what do we have in store for the next 24 hours? Let's take a look now. So a real mixture of weather over the next few days. If you're out on half term and trying to get a day out, really prepare for everything. It's becoming milder, but looking very unsettled.
Got it. Thanks, Joe.
Pretty wintry conditions across the north of England. We've seen snow in Newcastle this morning, and for parts of Scotland there's been a dusting of snow and a cold feel for all of us today, although there has been a few little pockets of brightness here and there. Over the next few days there'll be a real change in the weather. It's pretty cold for most places during the day tomorrow, and of course, as I mentioned, we have that snow across the north. It'll feel chilly. However, from Wednesday, Thursday onwards, temperatures are on the up. Back to the details then. You can see high pressure out across the continent there, and that's keeping things settled and dry for much of England and Wales through tonight and tomorrow. But a little front is just being allowed to sneak in across Northern Ireland and Scotland through tonight and tomorrow, and that's going to bring a spell of freezing rain, sleet and snow, as I mentioned before, up on higher ground, potentially up to around 5 centimetres before lunchtime tomorrow. Warning in place for that. Just be careful if you're out and about on the roads. Back to this evening's details, and for much of England and Wales, a cold night to come, but dry, touch of frost in places as well. You can see that front beginning to make headway from the west as we head through tonight into tomorrow. It'll be falling as snow up on higher ground quite readily as it meets the cold air there. Quite a fresh breeze around through tonight and tomorrow. Now, during the first part of tomorrow, we'll begin to see that snow easing off, not before it puts down a few centimetres up on a higher ground. Some nice bright spells around through England and Wales tomorrow afternoon. It's starting to turn just a little bit milder from the west during tomorrow afternoon.